Good afternoon, my lovely people, and welcome to Tea Time with Coach Feli. And today I have a different kind of tea. It is the peppermint blend, and this is from Raffles Hotel Singapore. It was a free gift that we got from our staycation. It's not my favorite kind of tea, but it will do for today. And today's topic is a very exciting one. This question comes from a dear client and friend, Wan Ting. Wan Ting is the founder of Weave Asia. They do digital marketing. They are top expert in SEO. If you need to bring more traffic to your website, they are the company to talk to. You can Google them. Wan Ting, Weave Asia, right? So we'll move on to her question. She was asking me the other day, Fel, how do I build a sales team that can really perform and stay with me in the long run? So again, today's question is about building a sales team. This topic I can talk about for hours. So obviously it's not gonna happen because I commit to making this short and sharp so that you can watch this when you're on the way to somewhere, or watch this when you have some spare time. So I'm gonna divide this question answer to 2 episodes. Now is going to be the part 1, and part 2 will happen in a few weeks. I'll let you know about it. The first part of this question is related to personal growth and mindset, which is our week 4 topics usually, and it is about what do you look out for when you want to look out for salespeople. What do you look out for? I've had the opportunity to recruit many people, sales and non-sales, and help my clients with their recruitment as well. In fact, that's one of my favorite scope of work that I do for my clients, when I can build a team for them and to make sure this team is high performing and they can stay with my clients for the long run. I always have this formula called the VMS. VMS, V stands for values, M stands for mindset, and S for skill set. So I have a mini checklist, and the checklist will look different depending on what kind of sales you are talking about. Is it going to be an inbound sales or an outbound sales? It will be different kind of people, and the VMS comes from the part where when you analyze a human being, you sometimes have to look from the inside first and then you work your way out. So when I look out for people to join a certain company, I want to make sure that the values, the first letter values, are aligned. When you look out for salespeople to join your company, you want to be very sure what are the values or culture that are important to your company. And in your search process, make sure that you ask your questions to look out and dig out all these values. So for example, if you are, let's say, a digital marketing company, and one of your top values is to make sure that you can grow together with your client, or you want to be really useful for your clients. So make sure that in your recruitment process, you're also asking all these questions to find out people who have similar values, who believe that they want to be really useful for the client, to make sure that they believe in this whole long-term relationship building. In another case, let's say your top corporate values is really to get as much profitability. And trust me, I've seen companies like that where the top 2 values are profitability and efficiency, something like that. Then, obviously, again, when you ask your questions to your candidate, you will want to look out for all these qualities. So I can ask questions like, what is important to you when dealing with customers? What are the things that you look out for in your relationship with your customers, or what are the things that you always try to develop with your customers? So from there, you sort of get a feel, oh, maybe these guys have pretty similar value to mine, then maybe they are a good fit. At the end of the day, I'm going back to the really fundamental statement. If you get people who believe what you believe, this is by Simon Sinek. I heard this many years ago and it still sticks with me until today. I've used it many times. It's really a wonderful principle. If you get people who believe what you believe. In my own recruitment, when I get people on board my team, that's one of the things that I always look out for. Do they believe in my vision and mission? Do they see what I'm trying to do here in the society, in my work? Through my work, what are the difference I'm trying to make? Do they feel the same burning passion in wanting to make the same difference? The values to me is one of the most important, because the rest of the things are easier to teach. But when people have fundamentally very different set of values, imagine when you're trying to do this whole organization where everyone has the same values, they want the best for the clients, and you have one solo superstar who is all about himself. eventually it's not gonna be a long-term game. He may be with you for a while. Once he sees a nicer, bigger boat with shinier exterior, he may jump ship anyway. So that is number one, which is values. Number two is about mindset. Again, mindset is not that easy to teach, but it still can be changed over time with the right coaching and mentoring. You want to look out for people with the right mindset. So what are the mindset that you want to look out for when you build a sales team? You will then ask me. I get asked this question all the time. I always look out for a few different qualities. Number one, they need to have a strong reason why they need to succeed. I repeat that, they need to have a strong reason to succeed. If they don't even have a strong reason to succeed, if they're okay with just meeting the minimum KPI, they're probably not going to do extremely well in the team, for the company, and for themselves. So I ask questions again around this particular point. Do they really have a strong reason to achieve the goal? Number two, I do look out for people who are positive, that they should be of the victor mindset, not the victim mindset. Because I don't need people, my sales team, to come to me and give me 10,000 reasons why they have not done things that they need to do. I don't need them to tell me how busy they are. I don't need them to tell me, oh, you know what, I got distracted by this, or clients do not want to see me. I need people who say, you know what, Fel, I have this challenge, but I'm gonna find a solution. That's great. Because in sales, if you have the victim mindset of, oh, sales is so difficult, or clients are being so demanding, you know what, you're not gonna get there. So you want to make sure these are the people with the can-do attitude of the victor mindset instead of the victim mindset. Overall, you also want them to be positive, because negative people usually drive away clients. And the other thing that I look out for is their teachability, coachability, whatever it is. You want people who are open, who don't think that they already know everything. The moment they have this very big, I know, I don't need to learn anything and I'm already doing everything correctly, and yet you're not giving any results, it's gonna be a very tough journey down the road. Even if the person stays with you, it's gonna be a huge pain, and we do not want that, do we? So that is about the mindset. Again, mindset is another crucial point that I always look out for. On top of alignment of values, this mindset is probably the second most important thing. You'll be asking me, are you sure, Fel? You mean they're more important than the third one? Skill set. You mean this values and mindset is more important than skill set? Well, in my experience, although all three are important, skills are the easiest to teach. Skills are the easiest to teach. Once they have the right values and they have the right mindset, teaching them will be okay. But when they have the wrong mindset, even if you're a very good teacher, it's still going to be a very difficult journey. So the third point, though, is still important, is skill set. So in your journey of building a sales team, you want to get someone with at least some fit in the skill set. So the first thing that I always think about is, what are the must-have competencies for them to excel in their role? What are the must-have competencies that they must have in this role? So for example, the fact that they can build rapport with people, the fact that they are okay talking to people. If they are not okay talking to people, unless they are the very inbound processing type of sales, he's going to get into trouble when he joins your team. If you need the person to go outbound, to build relationship with people, to do prospecting, make sure that they do have that likability at least, or that warm, approachable vibe that makes people open to talk to them. And this likability thing is very subjective, but you will know what I mean. There are some people where the moment they open their mouth, you just feel, oh my goodness, he's so arrogant. Or, oh no, this guy looks like he's really only in it for himself. The moment you have that kind of vibe and you can see it, or in some other cases, oh wow, this guy is super aggressive salesperson. Do you want your company to be represented that way? If that fits the image of your company, that's great. But if it doesn't, again, it's gonna be a challenging situation. So yes, on the skill set, the qualities that you look out for, I always want to list down what are the must-have. Let's say they know how to talk to people, they know how to do calls, they know how to network and prospect outside, they know how to find their own leads, or they know how to build relationships. What are the key criteria that they must have? And then you want to list down criteria that are good to have. And if, let's say, they don't possess some of these skills yet, what you can do is then you can work out a training plan for your sales team when they come on board. That's again another part where I really like doing, assessing what they need to know, what they need to learn, and eventually being able to put them on the ground, having learned the competencies that they need to master. But again, out of the three, this skill set, even though I am quite strict on the basic must-have, so I do assess them before they come in to make sure they have the basic must-have skills, the rest of the things can be trained. And it's a lot easier to train skills than to unblock mindsets. So those 3 points are the what to look out for. In my next half of the answer, I will also share about how you can go about doing it. Yeah, how to go about doing this, the recruitment of the sales team. But the top 3 takeaways for today, again, are values. Make sure that they have aligned values with your company and yourself as a business owner. Number 2 is you want to make sure that they have people with the right mindset, strong reason to succeed, positivity, coachability, all these things. And number 3 is the skill set, that they have at least the must-have skill sets, the basic stuff that they really got to have. They have it already, and then the rest of it can be your progress and training plan. So that's it for today. I shall get back to my peppermint tea, and I wish you a very good week ahead. See ya!